Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. To all RipRightHD 𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗧𝗏 YouTubers and viewers, welcome back to a new video on RipRight HD. And I'm about to show you a video when I only had about 300 subscribers. It was a collaboration with Sheikh Mufti Muhammad ibn Munir, who put me on his platform for what he calls 5 minutes of fa'idah, 5 minutes of benefit, where he gives a saying of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, may peace and blessings be upon him, and then he gives the benefit of that particular hadith or saying. So guys, stick around for the whole video, because the first part is going to be in Arabic and then Mufti will give the translation. Guys, if you're wondering where did I get my intro from, 𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗏 𝗪𝗏𝗏 had that. It is from him. That's his voice. If you're wondering how do I start my YouTube videos, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh, to all RipRightHD 𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏 YouTube interviews. That's all from him. Somebody I definitely look up to. This is a Ramadan special because this video was never on my channel. He actually placed it on his channel, and the video kind of blew up at the time, and I had gained a lot of traction and a lot of subscribers from it. So definitely shout out to Mufti, may Allah bless him for his endeavors, especially when it comes to teaching the religion of Islam.
الباب مفتوح للاجتهادات، التقريب، هذا حد العالم، هذا طالب، هذا متمكن، هذا راسخ وإلى آخره. مفتوح للاجتهادات، التقريب، هذا حد العالم، هذا طالب، هذا راسخ وإلى آخره.
أيضا قال الإمام البخاري رحمه الله تعالى: حدثنا عبد الله بن يوسف قال أخبرنا مالك عن ابن شهاب عن سعيد بن المسيب عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه عن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أنه قال: ليس الشديد بالسرعة إنما الشديد الذي يملك نفسه عند الغضب. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Welcome our Hadith Disciples, YouTubers and viewers upon the Sunnah and Athar to another exclusive episode of FMF 5 Minutes of Fa'idah. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah. Imam al-Bukhari rahimahullah has narrated from Abdullah ibn Yusuf, from Imam Malik, from Az-Zuhri, from Sa'id ibn al-Musayyib, from Abi Hurairah, that the Messenger of Allah alayhi salatu wa salam said, لَيْسَ الشَّدِيدُ بِالسُّرُعَةِ. He says that the strong man, the brolic man, the real tough guy, the muscle-bound person is not necessarily the strong person. The strong person isn't the one who throws and tosses people, i.e. who has the greatest physical prowess. He's not the real strong man. وَلَكِنَّ الشَّدِيدَ الَّذِي يَمْلِكُ نَفْسَهُ عِنْدَ الْغَضَبِ. But the real strong man is he who controls himself at the time of anger. Is he who stays cool, calm, and collective and doesn't lose his temper when someone violates him or transgresses the boundaries or insults him or cuts him off driving or whatever the reason behind people getting angry and upset. So this beautiful hadith that teaches us is that in Islam there is a word or a concept of strength. And it's not necessarily what most people think is strength. Physical strength, lifting weights, working out, having the most cut and, chiseled body. But that, in this hadith, it doesn't mean that physical strength has no place in our Islam. It doesn't mean that we shouldn't be fit, and we shouldn't be in shape, and we shouldn't be spiritually, mentally, emotionally strong. It doesn't mean that. And many people, they abuse this hadith, just like many other authentic hadiths they abuse, such as the Messenger of Allah alayhi statement in Sahih Muslim, also reported by Abu Hurairah, that he said, "Al-mu'minu al-qawiyyu khayrun wa ahabbu ila Allah min al-mu'min al-da'if, wa fi kullin khayr." The strong believer is more fond to Allah and better with Allah than a weak believer. That doesn't just mean physical strength, but it starts off with the strength of the heart and the strength of one's mind, the strength of one's deen, and perhaps bi'idhnillahi subhanahu wa ta'ala, someone who's spiritually strong, emotionally strong, and also physically strong is more beloved to Allah, the Mighty and the Most High. So this narration in Sahih Bukhari, it tells us these words. Outside of Sahih Bukhari, such as the Sunnah of Imam Abu Dawud, the story is mentioned behind this hadith, Sababu Wurud al-Hadith. And that was the people were wrestling. And it was a very strong, brolic man, a powerful man. And not only was he physically strong, but he was talented and skilled in the art of wrestling. So he challenged the people, who wants to wrestle me? Who can beat me? Who can win and take me down to the mat? And everyone that he challenged, he would overthrow, or he would overpower, and he would make them tap out. So the Prophet ﷺ, when he saw that the people were amazed, and the people were totally starstruck at this man's physical prowess and his skill, he said those words. He says that the strong one is not the one who has the most physical muscles. So the hadith is teaching us to control ourselves especially at the time in which a person falls victim to his ego. And what better place or what better time in the time of anger? And that's why Imam al-Bukhari rahimahullah, he quoted this hadith fi kitab al-adab, the book of character, the book of good manners, bab ma yuhdharu min al-ghadab, or bab al-hadari min al-ghadab, to beware of one's anger. So what happens when you get angry? What do you do? What do you say? How do you get divorced because of anger? You kill someone because of anger. You go to jail for the rest of your life because of anger. You may make a statement of kufr because of anger. So anger is a major, major character flaw in a human being. And it shows the opposite of the physical strength, which is inner weakness. And you can't control yourself when someone pushes you the wrong way, or someone steps on your foot, or whatever they do to cause you to become angry. So this hadith shows us is that the true inner strength is self-control and power over one's ego. But that under any circumstance means is that you shouldn't be physically strong. And that under any circumstance means that the Muslims have to be weak, and the Muslims have to be futile, and the Muslims can't be physically built as well. So with that being said, we ask Allah, the Most High, the Sublime and the Exalted, by His beautiful names and perfect attributes, to make us emotionally strong. And we also ask Him to make us mentally strong and not to be feeble-minded, weak-minded. And we also ask Allah to allow us to have the physical strength that's necessary for our daily actions, taking care of our families, standing up for the deen of Allah, propagating the deen of Allah, and anything else that we need to do which involves physical strength.
Stay tuned, stay rip, six pack, big back, big facts.
Indeed, in the body, literal translation, is a lump of flesh, a piece of meat. إِذَا صَلَحَتْ صَلَحَ الْجَسَدُ كُلُّهُ. And when that lump of flesh